Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new, if you're not, today is the big day. It is April 9th and I went to my 41-week appointment this morning and my doctor decided that they were going to induce me and they're inducing me tonight. Everything looked fine on the ultrasound, but I guess that was just the first opening they had, or I'm not really sure, because when I left, they were on hold to figure out an appointment time, and she made it seem like it was gonna be in a couple of days, but they called me and said, come in at 5:30 tonight, so I just finished getting everything ready, and I'm out of breath because I just walked upstairs, but my husband just took our dogs to a boarder because we are familyless here. So it's just easier for them to stay at our boarder that we always take them to for our vacations and stuff for the next 2 days, so he doesn't have to worry about trying to come back and forth. And our neighbor behind us is a total asshole and bitches about every single time that they bark for any reason, so we just figured it'd be easier to have them being watched for the next 2 days. So he's going to drop them off and then we're gonna leave here in probably about 2 hours to head to the hospital. So I definitely didn't wake up this morning thinking we were gonna have a baby. Well, I don't think she'll come today. I'm sure my body won't induce that quickly, but tomorrow we should have our new baby girl. So probably we'll check in with you guys after we get settled in the hospital and give you some kind of update of what they've done and where my cervix and everything stands for labor. Hey guys, so I told you I would update you once we got to the hospital, which we are now, but it is the next day because shortly after recording the intro to this video and taking our dogs to the border already, my husband calling in for work, they told me that they needed to reschedule from Monday to Tuesday. So it is now Tuesday, April 10th. It's about 7 o'clock now, so we've been here just over an hour. They got my IV going and I got really hot and lightheaded. It hurt really bad. I haven't had an IV in years, so I don't know what it was, because she was gentle with it, but my arm still kind of hurts. So they put the IV in, and then my doctor recommended that I do something called Cervidil. It's this little thing that they put up in your cervix area to help it soften a little bit. Yesterday at my appointment, she said I was almost 2 centimeters, and then just now when they were doing the Cervidil, she said I was about 3, so I am progressing, and I have had contractions since I've been here. I haven't felt them, so I mean, that's nice. But yeah, like I said, it's about 7 o'clock. I have to lay here. That's why this angle is kind of weird. I can't really sit up. I'm supposed to lay here for about 2 hours, and then I guess they come take it out. I'm not sure, but I'm on a liquid diet for the rest of the night, and then I'm sure I won't really eat anything tomorrow, so probably gonna be a little hungry, but just hanging out. Sean is already super bored. He's watching some Netflix on his phone, and I'm watching Fixer Upper on HGTV. So I guess I'll update you in a couple of hours after the Cervidil has done its part, and maybe I will have softened or dilated a little more. I'm not sure, but I'll check in with you guys in a few hours. Well, it's about 10:20 right now. She didn't come in at like the 2-hour mark, so then I was getting antsy. I've definitely been having cramping, and they said that that is, you know, a side effect of the Cervidil, so that's been fun. I mean, it's not unbearable, but it's definite like intense period cramp kind of feeling, so I'm gonna try to get some sleep. I don't think they really do much the rest of the night, and then tomorrow morning at some time they give me the Pitocin to officially like induce me. So Sean has been over here just chilling. You can't see him behind that bottle. He's not too happy. But I guess good night for now, unless something happens here within the next few hours, but most likely I will see you guys in the morning. Well, I'm going to try to update you guys like this because I figured I was going to share my story this morning, and it all happened so fast I didn't get the chance to really pull out the camera. So last night when I checked in with you guys, they had put in this Cervidil, and it just kind of looks like a tiny little tampon they put up behind your cervix for it to soften. And I was having a lot of cramping, but I was trying to just tough it out because I knew I was most likely going to get the epidural, and I just didn't want extra pain meds, but it started to get super unbearable. She kept coming in and checking on me, and I was like, no, I don't need it. And then it was about 4:30, and I was like, okay, I can do this 2 more hours, but it was so painful. And it turns out I was having not just like cramping as a side effect from the Cervidil, but like intense contractions already. And so they took the Cervidil out at 6:30 and checked me, and I was 5 centimeters. So yesterday when I got here, I was 3. And so I was already 5, which was good, but I still felt, I think they said, kind of thick. So in my mind, I didn't think it was going to move along very fast, but because I was in so much pain, come about 7:30, they went ahead to do the epidural for me. And he had to do it twice because I couldn't curve over enough or something to get it in. And then I only went numb on the right side, and so I was still feeling contractions really bad on the left. And he came in 2 different times and gave me some other medicine, and finally the second time it worked. And during all that, I got to 7 centimeters, and then by the time that worked, I was at a full 10 centimeters, and that was all within like less than an hour that I got to, from 5 to 10. So that just kind of blew my mind. So I never got the Pitocin, which is what they give you to actually induce. So I never got the Pitocin. I got the epidural, luckily in time. And then I started pushing. I pushed for about 20 minutes, and by 9:18, this little girl was born. So that's why I couldn't really update like I had really planned, because by the time 6:30 came around, where I was going to do a check-in with you guys, we were waiting for the epidural, and I was having massive contractions, and then I was dilated, and then I pushed, and then she was here. And now it's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Sean went and got me Jimmy John's, and I was super excited about that. Let's see, I breastfed a lot. My nipples already hurt pretty bad, TMI, but sorry. But she just like kept going at it, and so she's been finally asleep for a while now. She spent some time with Daddy while he let me sleep a little bit, but she would, just as I was like falling asleep, she would cry for like a couple of seconds and then stop, of course. So I haven't really gotten much sleep, but they haven't said anything about me moving rooms. I realized I hadn't shown you guys the room, so let me try to give you a view of that. So this bed over here is where Sean slept last night. It's kind of a little rocker chair right there, the TV, and there's just like some supplies in that closet. And then out that curtain, there's a little bit of a hallway before you get to the door. Her little panda warmer is what it's called. My table, and then through there is the bathroom, and then like my other monitors and stuff over here. So it really is a pretty good sized room. I was pretty impressed when we walked in. But like I said, they haven't talked about moving me rooms, which I was kind of surprised because on the paperwork it said that I'd spend like 2 hours in here and then move. So I guess maybe we're in here for today. They haven't said anything yet about being discharged. The one thing, and this is going to be TMI, so if you don't want to hear about blood, then fast forward a little bit. I finally got up to go to the bathroom just before Sean left, and was just dripping blood the whole way to the bathroom. Like I said, I'm sorry, gross, TMI, but was not expecting that at all. It literally looked like a crime scene. But now I've got like the mesh underwear on with an ice pack and the witch hazel pads, and I use the Dermaplast spray, so the cooling feels really nice right now. Again, TMI, but that's what this is about, birth. She said I only tore a little tiny bit, so I only needed 1 stitch, so I was pretty happy about that. So hopefully my pain won't be too bad. But yeah, I'm just hanging out now with baby girl. I'm still so out of breath talking. I'm curious to see by the time we go home how much weight I've lost just from the birth. I'm not expecting it to be like obviously a huge amount, but she weighs 7 pounds and 2 ounces, so should have at least lost 7 pounds, right? I don't think I've announced on here because this will go up after I finally post a photo on Instagram, but her name is Mia Charlotte Kane. We went back and forth so much. Sean was really frustrated with me trying to decide her name, but we saw her today and I decided on Mia. Charlotte was the name I used to always think I wanted, but I just didn't think of that as her first name. So it's her middle name, but probably check in with you guys. I'm sure there won't be an update tonight, so maybe sometime tomorrow, but sorry I didn't get to update you as we went, but like I said, it just moved around really quickly and I was super surprised, and I'm definitely grateful that it was actually pretty quick and easy and I wasn't in like labor all day long. But the epidural I would say is definitely worth it, because when I had it in the right leg but not the left side, it is so painful, and those were regular contractions. A lot of people were telling me on my post that about me saying I was getting induced, that the contractions hurt worse getting induced over just regular, so I can't imagine how much worse they would have been. But epidural was worth it. It was weird to not be able to feel my legs, but it was much more of an enjoyable experience, pushing was. So yeah, I'll probably check in with you guys tomorrow. I'm looking lovely right now. It is 9:45, so baby girl is officially 1 day old. She just had her hearing test and she passed that fine, and the nurse just took her to do some other little tests. We are okay to go home today. We're covered obviously for 48 hours, so that would be tomorrow morning, but I think we might just go home today. I know they say the second night can sometimes be tougher, but she's doing pretty good. And the nurses didn't help us out at all last night, so I think we'll be just fine. We are finally eating breakfast right now. I am so excited. There's Sean. I did get some sleep, and so did he a little bit. Baby girl did pretty good through the night, and so we're gonna eat, and then I'm cleared to finally take a shower, so that'll be nice. And then I'm finally gonna get up a picture on Instagram. Everyone keeps wondering what's the deal. I haven't posted anything yet, but yesterday we were just trying to get, you know, used to her being here. So we're gonna eat breakfast, take a shower, and then get up her picture on Instagram. So it's about 4:30 now. I did take a shower. I didn't wash my hair because we were hoping we were gonna get to go home today, and they just came in and told us we are. It's just a matter of when. We've got to wait for my doctor to send the papers for me, and then they do the paperwork for her. But the nurse came in and kind of told us all the discharge instructions. They wanted me to try to feed her another 2 times and her to have another wet diaper, and she did. So now I'm going to feed her again before we go. Sean's going to start carrying things down to the car, but it looks like we are getting to go home today. We're going home. She did not like the car seat at first, but she's doing okay. It is just about 6 o'clock, so we are super happy to be going home, aren't we? All right, we are in the car. 6:20. Baby girl's first car ride. She got a little fussy in the car seat again, but she's doing good. Sitting in the back. Papa's driving. 6 o'clock traffic, not a great time to be heading home, but at least we don't live too far from the hospital. This vlog has not been very flattering on my part, but we are home. There was a little bit of traffic. Normally it wouldn't have probably been that bad, but there was a car that was on fire. By the time we got up to it, they had put it out, but it didn't look like it had been in a wreck or anything. It was just like completely torched. So hopefully those people are okay. But Sean got us in the house, and then he went to go pick up the dogs. So that'll probably be about the end of this vlog. I'm gonna show you kind of how they react to her, but she is asleep. I have to show you though, our friends Morgan and Hayden sent us the cutest little arrangement. Look at this little duck with the pink hat. Those are so cute, and it's got a little balloon on it. Look, this is your sister. Do you still not notice? Well, it is the next day. I realized I didn't end the labor and delivery vlog. We got home last night and I was just trying to get settled and get everything. She was feeding a lot, but I don't know that she's getting much. We just had our first appointment. Even though she's only 2 days old, they wanted us to get in before the weekend just to get an initial checkup. Sorry if you can hear in the background, Sean's out mowing our backyard. So she is doing okay. She's sleeping right now in her little swing, but I will be doing more updates, you know, as the weeks go on. I hope you guys enjoyed and that my story can kind of show a different perspective. Everyone's labor is going to be different and everyone's experience is going to be different, but I hope you enjoyed seeing ours. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in our next video.